Ever wonder why your dentist talks about gum disease the way Netflix talks about your favorite series? Endless seasons, no finale, and somehow the bill keeps getting bigger. Here's the reality check. Gum recession is the #1 cause of tooth loss worldwide. And the fix? A $3,000 graft that feels like someone duct-taped a skin flap to your gums, plus a lifetime subscription to deep cleanings that work about as well as a screen door on a submarine. Boom, that's the dental business model. Keep you paying rent on your own gums. And the advice floating around out there? A circus. One dentist swears floss is salvation. Another calls it gum shredding rope burn. Some say soft brush, some say hard brush. Some say don't brush at all, just let Jesus take the toothbrush. Confused yet? Good, because the confusion keeps you compliant. But here's the thing no one tells you. Recession isn't a mysterious curse. It's damage, which means if you stop causing the damage, boom, your gums can actually heal. Not with overpriced miracle pastes or radioactive rinses, but with cheap, science-backed strategies hiding in plain sight. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you the dirt cheap hack that triggers gum regrowth better than a $3,000 graft. And spoiler, it's already in your bathroom or kitchen. Stick with me, because once you know this, you'll never look at your toothbrush the same way again. And if you think that's wild, wait until you hear why dentists might actually make recession worse on purpose. Here's the dirty little secret. The gold standard for gum disease treatment is basically the equivalent of bailing out the Titanic with a teaspoon. It's called scaling and root planing. Translation: they scrape the tartar, polish the enamel, charge your card, and book you in again 6 months later. Rinse and repeat until you run out of teeth or money, whichever comes first. Studies suggest this works in, wait for it, about 10 to 20% of cases. 10 to 20. That's not medicine, that's a coin flip, where the coin is weighted against you. Meanwhile, protocols that focus on killing the actual bacteria, hydrogen peroxide, baking soda, saline rinses, show success rates north of 90%. And no, that wasn't in some dusty lab trial with 3 hamsters and a dream. We're talking thousands of patients. But here's where it gets fun. Instead of teaching you the stuff that works, dentistry often doubles down. They'll nuke your mouth with chlorhexidine, a mouthwash so strong it wipes out your good bacteria along with the bad, kind of like using a flamethrower to roast marshmallows. Or they'll slap a plastic filling on the groove, your gums left behind, which only creates more plaque traps and accelerates the problem. Brilliant. And yet, this is sold as progress. State of the art, please. It's a business model disguised as healthcare. Dentistry doesn't want your gums healthy. They want them manageable, like a Netflix subscription. Cancel anytime, except you can't. So if the pro playbook is broken, how do you actually win? Spoiler, the answer isn't in their office, it's in your bathroom drawer. Okay, so if the dental gold standard is basically fool's gold, what's your move? You build your own arsenal. And no, it doesn't involve mortgaging your house for a laser toothbrush with AI and Bluetooth. We're talking cheap, effective, and brutally logical. First, your toothbrush. If you're still using that flat-bristled medieval torture stick the dentist gave you for free, congratulations. You're just massaging your plaque into retirement. Studies suggest the real winners are electric toothbrushes angled at 45 degrees along the gum line. Keyword: gentle. The brush does the work. You just steer it. Push too hard, and you're not cleaning. You're power sanding your gums. Next up, interdental brushes or water flossers. Yeah, I said it. Flossing isn't always the hero. In fact, overflossing can shred the delicate gum tissue between your teeth like ribbon at a kindergarten craft table. Dental icon Ellie Phillips has even argued that flossing can make recession worse. Boom. Cue every dentist clutching their pearls. Instead, use a water flosser to blast gunk out of pockets, or tiny interdental brushes that clean without the garrote wire trauma. Bonus, they're cheaper than a crown and way more fun than sawing at your gums every night. And if you're still tempted to brush harder because more pressure equals more clean, remember this: Your gums aren't your biceps. You don't train them until they bleed. But here's the twist. Even the best tools are just defense. Want to go on offense? Actually heal your gums? Then you'll need to raid the DIY pharmacy already hiding in your kitchen. Alright, tools keep the battlefield under control. But if you actually want to win the war, you need weapons, the kind already sitting in your kitchen, not your dentist's Ferrari showroom. Exhibit A, oil pulling. Sounds like a medieval punishment, right? Swish coconut or sesame oil in your mouth for 10 to 15 minutes and spit it out. Studies suggest it reduces bad bacteria and inflammation. Basically liquid detox for your gums. And before you ask, no, you don't swallow it. Unless you're into drinking germ smoothies. Ew. Exhibit B, baking soda and saltwater rinses. Cheap, simple, effective. They neutralize acids, soothe inflamed gums, and balance pH. Just don't overdo it. Scrubbing your mouth with baking soda daily is like brushing your teeth with sandpaper. Controlled use, healing. Overuse, oops, enamel confetti. Exhibit C, green tea and myrrh. Not just for monks and Indiana Jones. Both are anti-inflammatory powerhouses that calm gum tissue faster than a chamomile latte after finals week. And then comes the MVP, xylitol. This humble sweetener feeds your good bacteria, starves the bad guys, and turns your saliva into a healing potion. Ellie Phillips calls saliva nature's mouth medicine, and she's right. Every sip, every rinse, every chew session with xylitol gum equals mini dental spa. For free. Here's the kicker. Dentists hand out chlorhexidine like Halloween candy, but it wipes out your microbiome. Meanwhile, xylitol and saliva rebuild the fortress from the inside out. One's napalm, the other's therapy. Guess which one's cheaper? But even if you master rinses and hacks, none of it matters if your diet is betraying you. Because sometimes your gums aren't failing from bacteria, they're starving from the inside. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You can scrub, rinse, and oil pull until your jaw looks like it trained for the Olympics. But if your diet is garbage, your gums are fighting a war on an empty stomach. First enemy, acids. Not the trippy kind. I'm talking lemon water, smoothies, sparkling water, and soda. Sip them all day, and your enamel softens like wet chalk. Add brushing right after, boom, you just sandblasted your teeth. Ellie Phillips calls this brushing in an acid bath. And she's not wrong. Second enemy, sugar and fake friends. Constant snacking, sugar-free sodas, healthy energy drinks, they keep your mouth acidic 24/7. That's not hydration, that's demolition. Now for the allies. Vitamin D3 and K2, the dynamic duo. D3 puts calcium in circulation, K2 tells it where to go. Without K2, calcium ends up in your arteries or tartar, not your jawbone. Translation, instead of building teeth, you're basically paving sidewalks in your gums. Add omega-3s for anti-inflammatory backup, vitamin C for collagen repair, and CoQ10, the mitochondria fuel your gums love. Oh, and let's talk habits. Clenching, grinding, crooked teeth. That's like punching your gums from the inside. Studies suggest bad occlusion, fancy word for a bad bite, accelerates gum recession. You don't need veneers. You need your teeth to actually meet like they're supposed to. So yeah, gums don't just recede because you didn't floss. They recede because you're starving, sandblasting, and stress grinding them into submission. But fix your diet, boom! Now your gums have an army again. And if you think that's wild, wait until you see what happens when you breathe wrong at night. Spoiler, it's not just your gums that suffer, it's your brain. So let's tally the score. Dentists gave you a subscription plan for your gums. Endless cleanings, Band-Aid fillings, maybe a $3,000 graft if you're lucky. But you just unlocked the cheat codes. Your survival kit looks like this. Tools that work. Electric toothbrush at 45 degrees, gentle as a whisper. Water flossers and interdental brushes, because we're not doing gum rope burns tonight. DIY pharmacy. Oil pulling, baking soda salt water with restraint, green tea, myrrh, and the MVP, xylitol plus saliva, the dynamic duo nobody's monetizing. Food and fuel, D3 plus K2, to direct calcium traffic, omega-3s and vitamin C for repair, CoQ10 for gum mitochondria, and, for the love of enamel, chill on the constant lemon-sparkling kombucha parade. Habits. Fix the bite, ditch the grind, breathe like a human instead of a malfunctioning leaf blower. Do all that, and gum disease stops being a life sentence. It becomes a recovery arc. The kind where you get to keep your teeth and your savings account. And here's your friendly anti-hero doctor moment. None of this is a cure, it's leverage. Studies suggest gums can heal when you stop the damage and feed the system. Give it weeks, give it months, and your gums can actually regrow. Not because I said so, but because biology loves a comeback story. Now, smash subscribe before your gums unsubscribe from your face. And buckle up, because next time, we're going somewhere even scarier. How mouth breathing wrecks your sleep, your face, and yes, even your brain. Final form? Oh, we're just getting started.